Welcome back everyone. Today we're doing another Tumblr video, and this one's going to be against big tech, big AI, all that stuff because, well, I have spite. So I'm on LinkedIn a lot and come across a lot of dumb memes. So this is now a trend for them. Let's start off with the here's a picture I just drew that proves you wrong. .com bubble versus AI bubble. That's not even remotely accurate. What the heck? So for you, I have depicted yourself as a soy temporary spike and myself as a chat exponential growth. Hey Pumnico, why are you removing your sing-songs from Spotify? Not to get all woke, but the Spotify CEO invested $700 million into an AI drone warfare company. Spotify also continues to spell AI-generated music on their platform, adding it to their official playlists and artificially inflating their listener counts. There's nothing stopping Spotify from ripping everyone's music to use to train for their generative AI either. In other words, they're the bad guys. I mean, if nothing else, it is your right to not have your songs on a certain platform. I will replace ChatGPT. Sandwich recipe. 2 pieces of bread, and in between there's a bunch of BS. When at work told me, oh, just ask Chat. When I raised a casual question and I just asked what she meant, and she said, you know, ChatGPT, like I'm an idiot. And I should get an award for the fact that I did not start snarling and biting and killing. Why should I know the nickname to that garbage? I'm gonna be honest, oh, just ask Chat makes me feel like I'm on a live stream. Hey Chat, how we doing? In an effort to avoid supporting mega corporations, I shall now be posting questions directly to Tumblr that I would otherwise have Googled. If mayonnaise is just eggs and oil, why it creamy? Because it's also evil. Oh, thanks. Have scientists figured out what dark matter is yet? Yep, it's anything that takes up space, has mass, and is goth. Wow, what happens if you eat 23 packages of Peeps? You meet God. Thank goodness. What's the correct way to eat a banana? Whole, in one gulp. Delicious. Who is the Muffin Man? Father of the Muffin Boy. Okay, that makes sense. Why is my car making clink noises? Car's haunted. Uh-oh, how to fix a haunted car. Slam it into a priest in a crosswalk going at least 40 miles an hour. It worked. Where does a wax and scented candles go? Into the sky, where it turns into stars. Cool. Real quick, because I know a lot of people unironically struggle with this one. When a candle, scented or otherwise, melts, a lot of the wax just gets turned into the smoke in the air. When you melt it, your candle is literally going into the air. That's what you're smelling in a scented candle. Cool. Why are weddings so damn expensive? Priest has to pay for medical bills related to haunting car crashing into him. Ah. This is what ChatGPT is like. ChatGPT wishes it was this coherent and creative. It really does. I cannot put into words how much I freaking loathe the fact that when you search something on YouTube now, it will randomly interspace blocks of people also watched and for you into the results. That is not what I searched for, YouTube. I typed in a search query because I wanted to see search results, not random unrelated garbage you have placed in my way, apparently to either inconvenience me or force me to scroll further for actual results. I despise your wretched little games, and every time I see it, I can only instantly close the tabs as I am overcome with the urge to burn something down. I despise your wretched little games perfectly conveys how I feel about the entire algorithm/attention economy. God, the idea of an attention economy is so frickin' dystopian, but that's exactly what it is, and it pains me. I really do hate that I keep being told I need to appeal to an attention economy. Especially because I actually do try to do it. Like, I hate that that's a thing I do now. As much fun as it is to make these videos and shorts, it is not fun that that's how you accurately describe what I do. If I wrote a dystopian novel where a corrupt evil megacorporation that controls solely by a frickin' smirk for a logo, my editor would tell me to use a less heavy-handed metaphor. And yet, Amazon. I love this because if I were to write a literary novel in a Western canon that describes the image of an apple with a chunk bitten off, any high school English student would tell you that it is a Bible reference meant to represent the source of all evil and downfall of humanity. And yet, Apple, Google with the spy glasses. Especially with incognito mode being a guy who's supposed to be secretive, but also openly tells your secrets all the same. Oh boy. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Growing up on the internet, it was drilled into us to not give our real names, age, etc. Only for all these social media platforms to turn around and be like, actually, we really need your social security number, credit card, and full government ID. Yes, give now. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think weirdo kinksters should be considered acceptable collateral damage when bank/credit card companies enforce adult content bans on sites like Patreon and Ko-fi. Sure, it's just the weirdo fetishists getting hit now, but soon they'll try to censor normal queer people. You should care about the fact that those weirdo fetishes also lost their livelihoods too. Hey, it's okay if you lost your AI virginity back when you were uneducated. A lot of posts go like, reblog if you never ever use generative AI and never ever will. But it's okay if you have used generative AI before, and it's even okay if you used to think it was cool, back before you understood what it really was and how it worked. Either because no one had taught you about it, and you discovered it on your own, or because the only education you had received about it was from the tech bros. You're not a burger with a bite out of it for having used AI, okay? Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, which is probably incorrect, I apologize, wants you to stop calling AI slop in 2026. You know what, I'm gonna start calling it slop even harder. I wasn't calling it slop, and now I'm gonna. I'll stop calling it slop when it stops being slop. You hit me with slop, I'm gonna call it slop. Like, I was setting aside all the gross theft stuff, which I think we should complain about as well. Throwing aside all that, if it's low quality content, it's low quality content. I don't want AI to do my hobbies for me. Sony has patented an AI gaming ghost that will play PlayStation games for you when you get stuck. For you're a gamer, that's kind of an old thing, isn't it? Like, the easiest example I can think of is a lot of Mario games have the play as Luigi style. Donkey Kong had, I want to say Super Kong, where you lose a couple of times, so you hit the thing and then it'll walk you through the whole level. And some of them let you do it where you don't even really have to play the game, and the whole point is that it walks you through how to do it and lets young people skip certain levels so that way it's easier for them, which, you know what, fine, kids can have fun with that. This just sounds like a Let's Play without the creator. Like a no commentary Let's Play. Why don't you just watch a no commentary walkthrough at that point? I don't know. Wow, now AI bros are so lazy they can't even play games without asking a machine to do it for them. Pathetic. You died 5 times. Would you like to pay $1.99 for an AI to beat this boss? I do not want AI to write my books, compose my music, draw my pictures, make my movies, or play my video games. I do not want AI doing my hobbies. This AI bubble can pop at any time, and whoever's over at Sony designed this, bro, maybe it's about time to know yourself. I'm 100% convinced that's how Elon plays. I don't want a childproof internet. I am almost 30 freaking years old. Give your kid an internet safety talk and stop making it the problem of every adult on the planet every time some crypt keeper legislator gets the brilliant idea, via conservative lobbying, to push through yet another bill gutting our access to free expression, plus increasing the powers of surveillance state, plus lining the pockets of big data in the name of protecting the kids they won't even feed. This stuff is exhausting. I can't believe we're going to fight about it for the rest of my life. I feel like if people actually gave a crud about the kids, they would promote things like not being allowed to take data from users, because that's one of the main things that actually hurts kids. How about giving kids internet safety talks more often? Maybe actual warnings to children instead of just trying to block them out, because it's really easy for an adult to pretend to be a child. That's something that will never be stopped. Unless you're actively checking IDs, in which case you have a much bigger problem. And even at that point, an adult can then use a child's ID. How to hack any hospital computer. Use the password taped to the monitor. How to hack any hospital computer. LEE 7 version for latest security systems. Use the password taped to the back of the monitor. I'm not sure if that's supposed to say LEET, like as in late speak, or if that's supposed to be L337, because I don't know my hospital computer systems. As a computer guy, this is what happens when you have too much security. It reaches a tipping point and then suddenly you have none. Security at the cost of convenience comes at the cost of security. This is true of so many things in healthcare. Example, our software is designed to automatically alert the doctor if a patient's vital signs are critically out of range. If someone had a blood pressure of 130, the doc gets a pop-up box that they have to acknowledge before doing anything else. It makes sense in our setting. But then some mega genius upstairs realized something. This system is only alerting our critical vital signs, but not all vital signs that could possibly be bad. Like, yeah, 230 is potentially life-threatening, but 130 out of 90 is above ideal and can have negative effects on health. Should doctors be allowed to just ignore something that could negatively affect a patient's health? Heavens, no. So now the system generates a pop-up for any vital signs that are even slightly abnormal. A pressure of 120 out of 80, once considered textbook normal, now concerned slightly high, will create a pop-up. We have increased our vigilance. Well, no, what you've actually done is train doctors to click through constant bombardment of pop-ups without looking. You've destroyed their vigilance and made it much easier for them to actually skim past life-threatening vital signs. But you can't tell that to management because you'd have to confess that you are a flawed human with limited attention resources. They tell you, while all the other doctors take every abnormal vital sign seriously. It sounds like you're being negligent. And if you're smart, you back down before you start telling the big boss all your habit of ignoring critical safety alerts. The result is exactly the same as if we had no alerts at all, except with more annoying clicking. Insane some people don't use ad blockers. Babe, why are you raw dogging the internet? It's a cesspit out there. Rep it before you tap it, babes. The notes are insane. I'm on mobile. Ad blocking exists for mobile. I'm broke. Ad blocking is free. I'm lazy. I truly sympathize with executive dysfunction, but this is one of those quality of life things you need to prioritize. 3 minutes of research less installation will save you 1,000-fold in time and energy. It can even help with brain fog. Most people don't realize how much mental energy ads actually steal. I like ads. My jaw is on the frickin' floor. You just live in the sewer, yet you will never be a ninja nor a turtle. You do not have a warrior's heart. Adblock exists for mobile. Adblock is free. That doesn't sound real, but okay. Inhaling deeply and remind myself that shaking the baby only endangers the baby and does not assist it to learn or grow. In spite of everything, there are beautiful and important truths within this world that you must learn, and I will help you learn. Anyway, I'm assembling a quick chart/list of adblock recommendations based on operating system and browser, so give me your advice in the notes, especially regarding iOS, Apple devices ad blockers, especially ones that work with Chrome or Safari. I'm an Android user who mainly uses Firefox and no apps, so it's very easy for me to just do Firefox plus uBlock. But many people don't have that option. If you have experience blocking ads on any iPhone, etc., please let me know. Also, I keep seeing AnGuard DNS recommended as something that works on both iOS and Android. I'd like to hear about people's personal experiences with this. I have it installed, but alongside my other ad blockers, it's hard to tell if it's actually efficient. When making recommendations, please specify your operating system and browser if applicable. People keep recommending uBlock Origin, my beloved, but I have no idea what browser/operating system it works besides Firefox/Android. Yeah, uBlock is really good, but is it even an option for iOS users? I don't have a phone and can't test it. So please be specific. Similarly, but I think we, instead of AdBlock, should start calling it CockBlock, because you're blocking advertisers from being cocks, blocking those cockheads. I hope YouTube doesn't censor cock. Businesswoman kissing computer before murdering it. See, before AI we had the humble stock photo to depict any humanely imaginable scenario. And I'll cut it there. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, blah 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 blah. And I'll see you all next week. Have a fantastic life.